All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC Wildcard matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't. Doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Handoff comes to Chubb. He gets away from one. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mayfield now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mayfield on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Eric Walden, the one to get him down.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Second down, Mayfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Again, this is Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Play fake. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Dumps it complete to Mellon. Finding some room at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
3-19.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Shotgun, here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
New York set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Here we go now. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Green, 39.
Second down and 10. Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Let's take it inside his own 40. Landry, agile footwork. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Now Mayfield. And he rips that one incomplete there. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And again, it's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jets have recovered. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Leopard. Leopard.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Breaks through down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
2nd down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield in the final seconds of the first half, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. So out now come the Jets. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Green 39! Green 39!
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Darnold now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
All right, here we go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Anuma's got it, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Now Landry. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set, 319. 319.
Mayfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah,
I
just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 38.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And they are going for it. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They start the drive with Hyde. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run. Hyde. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
All right, here we go.
I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Anunwa, the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one down. Downfield, that gets intercepted.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going underneath for Crowell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Darnold. Being chased out left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gun.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And again, it's Chubb. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 40 yards, and the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Darnold from the gun. And that's incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thomas, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
You